Well, welcome back to Dead Rising No Weapon Challenge. This is it. This is the final part of the challenge. We are now making our way outside of the mall in the secret catacombs, which every mall has, of course. It's been a long journey. We fought a lot of hard battles. We did a lot of crazy things, but good things must come to an end. So, let's finish it out. So with this section, since Isabella has her the formula, pretty much she can just knock zombies out this way. Although the problem I have with this is that it's the hold hand button, which if you remember early on, I said that the hold hand button does not work at all. It's completely broken and finicky and really does not work well. Oh yeah, this is something else I didn't know. This is a cool little detail. Yeah, the battery dies. Looks like the battery died. I never knew that. Thought that was cool. Okay, I just want to hold her hand. I don't want. Already.
Follow me! Follow me!
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, this is such a pain. Alright, now gotta fight some zombies. The only way I know how. The only way Machine Gun Frank knows how to deal with zombies. Oh, she didn't move there. I don't know why I'm still fighting these guys. I could just leave. That's what I'll do. No, put that down, Frank. Yeah, this thing's extremely powerful. It can just take these zombies out. It doesn't kill them, it just knocks them down. But still good. Especially if Isabella just stays in one spot. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. And this is why you always want to bring food in here too, because you will have the chance of getting injured and hurt, so it's always best to have some healing items with you here. I overstocked, but overstocking's fine. So Bella just stands right here. I should be good. But as you can see, she's I don't know where she's going. She's like doing her own thing. And there are a lot of zombies on screen. And that was one thing I didn't mention the entire playthrough, but I always thought too, the reason that this game sold me also, one, I thought the idea of the zombies in the mall was cool, and that the concept of using whatever you can find as a weapon was cool. But I just liked how many zombies were on screen. I thought it was crazy for the time. And there still are a lot of zombies on screen. This is still pretty crazy. Is that a queen? Yeah, there are a lot of queens in this area too, and those would be pretty nice. I pretty much gotta fight them because it looks like holding hands isn't working. Because as soon as she lets go, it starts to become crazy. Oh my god, why couldn't it just be like the one where you hold on her shoulder, or she gets on your back? Like I said, the hand sucks because sometimes they will just let go. And it still annoys me. Like I said, I may love this game, but there still are some things in this game that I don't personally care for. Okay, let's see if we can get through here. Actually, no, first let me heal up. I want to get through here. Where I figured that this, like, it seems like it should be working differently. Like it should be taking them out more. I always felt like it did, but it's not doing it now. I'm just gonna have her go over there. I'm just gonna have her go. Because holding hands is not working. Yeah, this is way faster. Is that zombie walk? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm almost out of here. I'm almost past the hard parts.
Over there!
Okay. Here you go. I don't know why this section is like harder than usual. But it's still kind of hard. I knew I dropped a book somewhere. I dropped that health book that increased it. I was wondering, like, these wines seem to not be doing too much. It's like, that's why.
Are you sure this was a good idea?
Guards here, too. If we can get that gate open, they'll be too busy dealing with zombies to notice us slip by.
Wait. The pheromone is starting to wear off. It's only strong enough to cover one of us. What
All
are
right,
you
hang on
doing?
tight, okay? Once we're out, let's see if we can't steal ourselves that set of wheels.
God damn, I just got up there. See, now it'll work better, because look, now she's on the back, so I don't have to worry about it doing its thing. Look, it's working. I wish it was like this the entire section. I got some people to deal with outside, and then after that, we're on to the final exchange. And these guys come to ruin your day as well, too. Put that down. Put that down. Well, actually, before I do this, let me fully heal. Okay. I'm set. All right. So just so you're clear, even though I cannot get into a vehicle, this is a cutscene. It does not count. Just like when Frank picked up the fire extinguisher, it does not count. So I am still good. Even though Frank is driving, it's a cutscene and it does not matter. I just want to put that out there because someone could say, hey, you know, the challenge is that Frank can never use a car. You know, he drives in the cutscene. And, you know, Frank did shoot Carlito in that cutscene, and that could have avoided it. But no, I'm still good. No, this is something that's always kind of bothered me about this part. So when you're shooting on the minigun, you'd think it'd be R2, but no, it's square. I believe it's the same as if you're using a regular gun, but I always found that weird. Like, it always seems weird to use square for, like, the gun. Oh, well, this should be done relatively soon. If I'm fast and can get my shots right. A good thing he shot that right in a bad area, so the shot didn't even go through. Oh, perfect. He keeps shooting in the area. Just making my job easy. Okay. Release the drones. So this part's pretty slow and it's not too hard. Like okay, I'm starting to get this phase now. But it's not too hard of a fight. If you just keep shooting at it and getting good shots in, then he'll go down relatively easily. One thing I gotta wonder, it's like, who thought it's a good idea to take a prototype tank out into the battle, into actual like combat? Like, it's a prototype. Maybe you should have used a tank that wasn't a prototype model. But it doesn't matter now. The tank's destroyed. Now for cutscene time.
These automated machines are no use at all on the battlefield. Switch to manual control. Aim main cannon.
Oh, shit.
Well, what have we here?
Machine Gun Frank. I haven't seen you since '85.
Where were you hiding when my men mopped up the mall? On a mission in which the number of targets is unclear, it's difficult to ensure absolute thoroughness. Huh. You have imagination. That's what drives you in your quest to run. Your quest to hide. As prey, you and your kind are much more stubborn than the zombies.
How much do you know about the zombies?
I commanded the Santa Cabeza cleanup operation. If we had fulfilled our mission then, we wouldn't be needed here now to take care of this incident.
That's all it was to you, huh? A mission. What about those innocent people who had to pay for sins committed by our government
Our
and its
mistakes
inhuman
have
research?
not begun with this operation. Humanity has proven itself to be quite adept at making mistakes. Ha! Hell, it's the only thing we truly excel at. Well then, I'd say this mission isn't quite over yet. Don't you agree?
I always love that weird slow-mo effect they add. But yeah, here we go. This is the final battle of the game. Like, it's a fact. It's just like, I love that. Okay, so real quick, I just want to pause to say this is something that I do want to comment on the story, and I feel this is something they should have set up a long time ago. This person, I forgot his name. Oh yeah, Brock. I feel Brock should have been brought up way earlier in the game. Like, I don't know if maybe there was a point in this game where Brock had a bigger role, but I feel it should have been something where either Brock was the person in the beginning of the game who tried to stop Ed and Frank from entering the mall, or that throughout the days at certain times you get cutscenes of the military starting to strike or the military getting word. Because it seems like with this final fight in this thing, like, Brock got no time. It's like they're setting up this big thing with him and all this, but you really didn't get to spend much. Like, this is his first time speaking throughout the entire game and throughout day 4 pretty much. I guess all I just wanted to say, like, I'd like to wish there was more Brock, and that they should have done more. That's all I'm saying. They should have done more with this character and at least fleshed it out, since it seems kind of weird to give him this huge exposition dump and then just do nothing. But all right, let's kick his ass. Let's go. So yeah, this fight, no weapons. I also have no items, so this is not good. I shouldn't even have lost that bar right there. This could go either way. Brock can actually tear me up, depending. Brock's a hard fight. So I gotta play smart. I believe there's no health items in this map too, so it's pretty much you gotta beat them without anything. This dude gets you too, like Like, Brock's got some moves. Oh. What? That was fast. Yep, well, that's Dead Rising. The game's beat. Man, I really did beat Brock fast. Brock got tore up. That fight was like less than like a minute. Like I said, that kick is extremely powerful. It's real good. And that will do it for the Adventures of Machine Gun Frank. At least for now. Keiji Inafune. Remember when he was making games that weren't terrible? I sure do. Although I'd like to hope maybe Concept's next game is better, but I don't know. Mighty Number 9 definitely didn't come out as planned, and there were a lot of problems with that game that I'm not even going to get into. Whew. Well, yeah, this is Dead Rising. I still love this game. Still a great game. I still appreciate it. I'd say if you've never played this game, definitely give it a try. It might be hard getting into it now. There are some things that are definitely rough around the edges because this is one of these early games that came out for the 360. So there's a lot of things that are rough. And of course, later on in the series, they improved and fixed a lot of the issues that came with this game, especially in Dead Rising 2. The AI is much better. The controls are a bit changed, and just it's a lot of things were fixed in that regard. But I always prefer this game. This has always been my favorite game in a series. Despite all the little issues in this game, I still love it. It's still very fun. I think there's a charm to this game that none of the others really got. Even Dead Rising 2, which I enjoy. And this has always been one that I come back to throughout the years. And I'm happy it's on PS4 and PC and back on Xbox One, because now a new audience can find out about it and play it. Because I think it's real good. So speaking of the challenge itself, I'd say this challenge was pretty fun. I could have made it much harder if I had decided to start around level 20 and then go from there. And it would have probably been much harder, but it also would have been much longer as well, because I didn't know how the ending would go. There's a lot of hard things later on in the game, and even at level 50, like, I will admit, it gets pretty tough. Like, the Bob's Burgers fight with the Butcher is really tough, and the Brock fight, even, I made it look easy, but it could kind of be hard at some points. So, yeah, this is a fun challenge. I would definitely recommend this challenge. This is my second time doing it, and it's very fun. Like, that I went back to it a second time, like, shows, like, hey, this is actually a pretty cool one. I have seen a video and a playthrough of a guy on YouTube doing it for Dead Rising 2 with no weapons. And he started at level 1. So, you know, I may actually do that. I may try level 1 Dead Rising 2 and, like, actually start a no weapon challenge. I don't know when this will happen, but I will say right now, there will be an Impractical playthrough of Dead Rising 2, and it will be a no weapon challenge. I'm going to go in completely blind into it. So compared to this one where I knew what I was doing and had done it before, I won't know what I'm doing for the next one. So I think that should be pretty fun to see. But for now, I love this challenge. I'm happy to do the Impractical playthroughs, and I hope you enjoyed. I say give this one a try. This is actually a cool challenge. So while these zombies walk on and let's actually skip the credits of the great people who made this game. Well, these are the great people who did the port of this game. But yeah, here we go. Frank West managed to escape the town of Willamette with information pertinent to the incident under his belt. The news caused a fervor throughout the world, leading to the U.S. government to admit at least partial capability in the livestock research program. However, no connection to the Willamette incident was acknowledged, and the events that occurred there were deemed the work of a fringe terrorist group. The people of world, as could be expected from the modern culture and news saturation, soon let the Willamette incident fade from their minds. The authenticity of Carlito's chilling plan to utilize the orphans as his pawns has yet to be confirmed or proven false. And yet he complained that his belly was not full. So yeah, there's something else. I always wish I could figure out or find out what happened to Frank and Isabella after that moment. Like I almost wish Dead Rising 2 is that. Like, hey, what happened to Frank after the tank? Like, how did he get out of there? How did Isabella get out of there? We don't find out. Oh, whew. Well, yeah, that was Dead Rising. I said all I had to say in the credits, but yeah, great overall challenge. I hope you enjoyed the series. I'm going to be trying to do Impractical playthroughs a lot more. And if you have any suggestions for playthroughs I should do in the future for this series, then definitely let me know. Because I'll be willing to try any challenge for this series, whether it be big or small. So thank you all for watching. I really, really appreciate it if you stuck through this entire series, because I'm sure I probably got very grating at times. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing it in the future. Yeah. So, I'm John, and this was Dead Rising No Weapon Challenge.